So I got me a good one this afternoon here. It's dead. Hill's very steep. Trees up in the air. We're going to start with the 550, working on it. Get it lower down first and then we'll go from there. So as you can see from the first part of this video, this tree is bad. I mean really bad. Hill's steep. Notice how high I am above my pickup truck when the cars are going by. And notice when those two blocks take off down the hill, rolling down through there, and about take the guy that owns the place and his son out. I mean, every cut I made, this tree fought me. What happened was this tree was down, but it was kind of lodged, and then not only was it lodged, but the tree's trying to go downhill. You know, it's hard to depict on these videos how steep some of this stuff is that we fool with and mess with, but this one was bad, really bad. It took me a while on this one. I didn't have my mini excavator. If I'd had my mini excavator, I didn't bring it with me. If I'd had it, I'd just made a few cuts on the tree and just snatched it down. That's what I'd have done. But it's one of those you get a hold of every now and then. It really make you earn your money right here. So y'all just hang tight and watch this video. Oh, and when I got my earmuffs out like this right here, I've got my earplugs in. I just put the earmuffs on for the saw class this past week. right, so you see that right there? I cut that limb off. I mean, everything I cut, the tree never moved. It was lodged. There's to my left, there's 2 trees right there it's up against. That limb right there that's on the ground, it wasn't even closing the curve on it when I was cutting those blocks in it. And then back to the left, there's a tree back there too. And so I'm sitting there thinking, come on, man, move, do something. But I mean, it was just hanging there. So at this point right here, I knew I was in for it on this one. It gets better here, so just keep on watching. Alright, so this wheel right here is not holding anything. It's broke right there. It ain't holding anything. This one right here, that's what's holding that tree up right there.
Yeah.
It's jabbed in the ground probably several feet right there in the ground right there. So there's a lot of pressure on that one right there. I'll cut that one first, get it out of the way.
Okay.
And then also, I'll cut this sapling off right there too, because if that thing does break, that tree can ride that sapling and shoot it this way several feet. You see what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying.
So it's kind of like a ramp for it right there. So I'll get it out of the way. So this is a good angle right here. You can, I mean, I always give out just walking up and down this hill right here. This is crazy. But it's fun though. I mean, it was fun. So let's get back to sawing. Like I said, it gets way even better than this right here. Just hang on. tree was crazy. Right here, I'm going in from the bottom of it, and it acting like it's gonna come down. And then so I stick the bar in right there, and when I do, it starts picking up on me and starts closing the curve, so I have to pull the bar out. And I'm like, every cut was like moving both ways. And man, I was really wishing I had my Mini about right now. Alright, so watch this tree the way it's acting, because I'm watching this video here now just like y'all are when I'm cutting with the 550 over there, working to try to get some of the pressure off of to get my 572 out. So I mean, it was just this thing was just every which way right here. So this tree's big too. I mean, look at that's a 20-inch bar on that 550, and I mean, I'm burying it in it. I mean, it's just disappearing. Each one of those firewood pieces, there's no telling what each one of them things weigh, and so I'm just using it. I didn't want the tree to fall and then smash the power head on it, which I probably should have just took the power head off of it, but I was pretty confident that I was going to be able to get it out without the tree dropping. I was just still trying to get some pressure off this thing at this point, but it wasn't happening. I mean, whatever I done, it was counteracting me the other way, and so I was just dealing with it the best that I could. So wedges are your friends, man. I ended up getting my my 550 hung in it right there beside the 572 on this side where the wedge on the left is. That's where it was hung, and I drove that wedge in there and freed the saw with it. I didn't take but 2 saws with me. That's the last time I'll ever do that. I learned 2 or 3 lessons on this one right here. I really needed a 3rd saw right here, so no more just taking 2 saws with me. Luckily, I did have my wedges, because had I not had my wedges with me and my axe, I would have just had to go back to the house and grab another saw. So I decided at this point that I go down there and try to cut some more on this stupid limb. That's the only thing that's left. But that tree, you see that tree that's right there to my right, it was wedged up against it. And when I was cutting on that limb right there, it wasn't hard, it wasn't doing anything. And so at this point I'm thinking, okay, alright, dude, you about to really tick me off right here, man. I'm fixing to get you here. If y'all seen that meme that floats around on Facebook all the time, it's got that dude, I can't think of who he is, but he's bent over and he's screaming, "For the love of Pete." You know, that's what I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, for the love of Pete, just hit the freaking ground now where I can cut you up and be done. I mean, this thing here, it's like, dude, I'm not doing anything today. Oh, man. So you see me just flip my face shield up. I'm thinking, man, I am sweating to death. Sweat's just pouring. I'm thinking, I got this now. Bam. I go, ruh-roh, Raggy. Y'all seen Scooby-Doo? I'm like, y'all boys down there at the bottom of the hill, y'all on your own, Bubba. You see that one chunk went slap across the road over there? I'm doing the face palm. I mean, I'm thinking, can this get any worse than what it already is? So I decide, well, I'll just put my body here on the downhill side of these things, and I'll try to catch them because I don't want anything totaled out. You know, that he's trying to roll that chunk across. Here comes the car right there. I mean, it just, you can't make this stuff up, man. I mean, and I'm running the 572. It's got a 24-inch bar on it. That tree don't look that big, but that bar, I mean, that bar ain't close to cutting all the way through that thing. And I'm thinking, if I get hung in this freaking tree one more time, but those pieces were trying to push downhill, throw the chain off the saw right there. I'm thinking, oh my gosh. This is when I needed David Breeden there with me, Mr. Husqvarna. I needed him and his little compadre, Jeremy, there. I could have sat down there and drank some lemonade or something and watched them struggle through this thing. I got my cardio this afternoon right here. I mean, I got a workout right here.
I remember when we had those straight line winds in 2001. We didn't live here, but we lived on a hill, and we can't remember who was cutting up a big pine tree. We were rolling them down the hill, and one took out our mailbox.
Really?
Yeah. I just assumed that when you push it in one direction, it's going to stay in that. No.
No, that'll bounce around. I wasn't expecting that to pull the thing off. Check out my shirt right here. I am completely soaked. Matter of fact, before I left, I took my shirt off and just threw it in the floorboard of the truck right there. I mean, I was DUN done, man. So I want to show y'all something right here. This is off the woodbusiness.ca website. This was posted October the 16th right here. The headline is Husqvarna to unveil newest generation of 90cc saws. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to read it to y'all here right quick. So hold tight. It says, in 2021, Husqvarna, one of the world's leading producers of forest, park, and outdoor power equipment products, will unveil its newest generation of 90cc class chainsaws. This new high-power chainsaw follows the success of such iconic chainsaws, including the 281 XP, 288 XP, 390 XP, and the 395 XP. With a focus on performance, maneuverability, and durability, this new high-power chainsaw generation from Husqvarna will provide professionals the reliability and productivity that they need. The new 90cc class of chainsaw was developed together with professional foresters and tree workers from around the world and is equipped with increased cutting capacity, superior ergonomics, and enhanced balance for optimal maneuverability. Paired with Husqvarna's X-Cut chain and new professional lightweight bars, both production fellers and tree care crews will now be able to experience the ultimate high-power cutting system developed for the most demanding tasks. Boy, that's a mouthful, man. The new 90cc class chainsaw from Husqvarna was designed first and foremost to exceed the accomplishments of its predecessors, said Andreas Rangert, I believe that's how you say his last name, Vice President for the Tree Professional Unit at Husqvarna. We've improved the cutting capacity while optimizing the weight and refining the balance, all without compromising on durability. Be you a logger operating in some of the most remote areas of the world or a tree care professional removing a diseased tree in a city, you can rely upon Husqvarna's next high-power 90cc class to always perform. More details about the new Husqvarna 90cc chainsaw class chainsaw generation including a new technology, will be presented soon and available to buy from the second half of 2021. Local launch times may vary. So there it is, folks, right there. They let the cat out of the bag. Like I said, this was posted October the 16th, so that would have been Friday, last Friday. So got that going on. So the people, I mean, I said in the video the other day, you know, that the next saw to be done was probably, you know, the 395 and, you know, whatever they do to it. So who knows? It'll be interesting to see what comes on down right there. Will it be fuel injected? Don't know. Will it be auto tuned? I don't know. Ain't no telling, man. It could be, I don't know. Could it be battery powered? Wouldn't that be cool? Have a 395 with a battery going, you know, zipping through. So who knows? So something else that's coming down too that some of y'all may not have picked up on in the video with the Ellis's the other day over there at Northport Power Equipment, but he mentioned in that video that the 562 was going to get an update. So it's hard to find a 562 right now here in the United States. And just in the next couple of weeks or so, sometime in November, they're supposed to have an updated version of a 562. And I have had a lot of questions about a 562. And that is probably going to be my next saw to get, whether I have to buy it or what I got to do. Because I actually need one pretty bad, a 562 where I can run it. So whatever happens, man, I'll keep y'all informed on it. But I'm excited. I'm interested to see. I like the big bore saws. Upcoming stuff that I've got going on. Of course, I got the chainsaw felling class coming up on Halloween Day, October 31st. And I'm actually contemplating on doing another chainsaw class in December, maybe about the first week of December, something like that. And it would be a felling class too, is what it would be. So let me know down below if you watched the video this far, if you might be interested in doing something like that early December. And we'll, you know, if I have some interest in it, I may set it up and we'll do it. So that's the 31st coming up. That class is full. Then I've got something pending for November the 7th that I'm just waiting to see how the weather is going to be for the felling class, because if the weather's bad, I'll move the felling class to November the 7th, and that's going to take this other thing out of the way. And it's kind of a local deal. It'll be pretty cool. And then the following weekend, November the 13th through the 15th, will be the Georgia Arborist Association's tree climbing competition over in Kingston, Georgia. The address will be down below. The public is open to the public to come. Lanier Outdoor Power Equipment will be there with their chainsaws. I'm going to be there with Husqvarna, and Jill's going to be there, and I'll have my t-shirts. We'll be set up selling them, and we can talk, chat, whatever you want to do. I hope that the people in the area that follow me can come, because I kind of need people there, because there's going to be Husqvarna folks there, and it's going to help me out to kind of see the traffic that comes through a lot, to see the impact where they can see that firsthand. So that would help me out a lot if you've got that weekend available to where you can come do that. I would really appreciate that. We can hang out. You can run chainsaws, test drive chainsaws if you want to, and they'll have them all there. They'll have all of them. They're even going to have a 3120 there. Are supposed to have a 3120 there. I'm not sure. I don't think you're gonna be able to run it, but you know, I just have to see when it gets there. But irregardless, that's a cool saw to look at and touch and just see. Yeah, you know, because it's the biggest saw that Husqvarna makes, 118 cc's, I believe is what it is. So appreciate y'all watching this video all the way through. I'm glad that tree's done and over with. I actually finished cutting up the firewood part of it. It was dark. Last 4 or 5 cuts I made on it was black dark. So Jason Hollis Farms always says, appreciate y'all watching. Later, taters.